This is a true story. A group of men attempted a dangerous cave diving challenge, but tragedy struck. One diver in the front lost his life in an accident. Another, witnessing the event, panicked and lost control of his breathing, choking on water and drowning. The diver in the middle was trapped, unable to move, his body trembling with fear. He was surrounded by fallen teammates, both in front and behind. How could he escape this nightmare? The incident happened on February 6, 2014. 5 divers cut a triangular hole in the ice of a small pond, revealing the cave entrance below. To keep the water clear and avoid stirring up sediment, they planned to enter in 2 groups. The expedition was expected to last about 5 hours, so they carried full equipment. 2 divers used propulsion devices to move through the dark waters. After swimming about 30 meters, they reached a 20-meter-long air chamber, where they took a brief rest before continuing into the depths. The river water was freezing, and the tunnel became narrower, surrounded by rugged rock walls. At 135 meters deep, they encountered a nearly 180-degree turn. Patrick pushed his propulsion device forward and carefully swam up. As he ascended, he realized his teammate, Jari Wu, wasn't following. Turning back, he saw Jari Wu's flashlight shaking. He was signaling for help. Patrick rushed to assist and found that Jari Wu's propulsion device cord had gotten stuck on a rock. Patrick tried to free him, but Jari Wu was panicking, his anxiety worsening by the second. Both divers were using closed-circuit rebreathers, which recycle breathable air to allow for longer dives. However, in a state of panic and rapid breathing, this system can lead to carbon dioxide poisoning, a life-threatening condition. Jari Wu's equipment detected his abnormal breathing and triggered an alarm. As he attempted to switch to his backup open-circuit tank, he accidentally swallowed water. His body started convulsing. Patrick quickly placed a breathing device in Jari Wu's mouth, but it was too late. Jari Wu stopped moving. Patrick forced himself to stay calm. He wanted to bring Jari Wu's body back, but he noticed his own breathing becoming erratic. His dive computer showed that a safe ascent with proper decompression would take 40 minutes, 3 to 4 times longer than planned. Heartbroken, he had no choice but to move forward. Meanwhile, the other 3 divers entered the cave as scheduled, unaware of what had happened ahead. When they reached the deep part of the cave, they found a teammate stuck in the tunnel. But when they realized Jari Wu had already died, one of them, Jari Hu, panicked. His rapid breathing led to confusion, and he switched to his open-circuit system. Kai, behind him, noticed the distress and tried to calm him down, but it was too late. Jari Hu also lost his life. Kai was overwhelmed with helplessness. The water had become murky, making it impossible to see ahead. With the tunnel blocked by Jari Hu's body, Kai suspected that everyone ahead might already be dead. He decided to turn back, but returning was farther than moving forward, and his oxygen supply was running low. He had no time for decompression stops. He needed to reach the surface as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, Visa was still trapped between Jari Wu and Jari Hu. After careful consideration, he decided to move Jari Wu's body to create a passage. It took him at least 15 minutes to pull Jari Wu out, just enough for him to squeeze through. However, his oxygen supply was no longer sufficient for a safe decompression stop. He had no choice but to ascend quickly, risking decompression sickness. After an unknown amount of time, Visa saw a light ahead. It was Patrick. When they reunited, they agreed that the 3 divers behind them were likely dead. Meanwhile, Kai, who had turned back, believed the 4 ahead had died. The 3 survivors surfaced and received treatment for decompression sickness. They also reported the incident to authorities, who determined that Jari Wu and Jari Hu had perished. The next day, a rescue team attempted a recovery mission, but the cave's complexity made retrieval too dangerous. Authorities decided to abandon the effort and sealed off the area, leaving the bodies behind. The surviving divers were devastated and couldn't accept leaving their teammates in the cave. 1 month later, they secretly gathered 27 divers and planned a mission to bring the bodies back. The operation took 5 days, and they successfully recovered the remains of Jari Wu and Jari Hu. They also documented the mission in a film. This secret operation gained widespread media attention. Although they violated official orders, no punishment was given. Their story remains one of the most tragic and haunting incidents in cave diving history.